Was having technical difficulties on my live stream again. Hopefully I can get everybody to the right place. I'm gonna wait. Hello, hello, hello. It is, let's see, Monday, March. I have to look at my calendar, which is right behind me. March 18th, excuse me. 7 p.m. and we are going live here at Right Recipe for Travel. I was not prepared to go live this way, so pivot. I am going to wait just a little bit so everybody can find me. Let me turn this other one, hold on a second, turn this other one off. Yeah. I don't know. But hello, everyone. Hopefully you can hear me. Let me turn my sound up. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, or let me know. I think it's good. But I had difficulty just a minute ago, so it might not be good. I don't know. Let me take a swig of, okay, thank you. I got a thumbs up, a Dr. Pepper. That always helps the situation. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. So glad to see you. Welcome, welcome. I am going live tonight. I have some things I want to share with my Right Recipe for Travel family. Let me fix this right here. Yeah. Thank you for finding me. I know I came on technical difficulties. I don't understand what's going on with this thing. I'm going to fix it. But you always have backup, right? You have a plan and then you have backup. There you go. That's how I have to do it. All right. Welcome, welcome. How is everyone doing on this wonderful Monday, the day after St. Patrick's Day? I didn't even realize it was St. Patrick's Day yesterday. Yeah, and then I forget how I found out. Let me see. Forgive me here. I'm just looking to make sure everything's good and done. Yeah. All right, here we go. All right. Once again, welcome. I'm not going to waste your time. It's 7:03. I just usually like to give people time to get in, find me, catch me. But I'm not going to waste your time because time is something we don't have to waste. Not at all. That's right. I already have, I love it. Thank you. Lagary Domingo. I hope I said it right. I have a question on my live and I love it. I love it. I'm going to answer it too. Thank you for asking. What is your biggest dream? Wow. You're going to make me think under all this hair tonight. But I have an answer, I already know. I am a big family kind of girl. Big family kind of girl. My kids, my grandkids, mom, sister, you know, family. And I just want my family to be happy, to be blessed. Now that means something different to everybody, right? What makes him happy doesn't make her happy, but my family. I have dreams. I want to buy my mother a really big house. Yeah. I want to take my grandkids on this big cruise. I love doing stuff like that. And of course, I'm getting blessed in the process, so. But everyone, thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for the question. And if you have questions that you want answered, drop them down in the chat and I'll try to get to them. I wanted to give you an update on the channel. We have been moving and grooving for the last 2 years. It has been so interesting, this journey of starting a YouTube channel and then learning how to grow a YouTube channel, how to make good videos, lighting, technical difficulties, music, sound, all of the things that go along with a YouTube channel, and it's constantly growing. So one of the things that I had kind of thought about doing even before I started a YouTube channel was being a travel agent, right? I've always been the one in the family to put the travel together. We decide, let's go get on a cruise, and I'd go and look it up and put everything together to do it, or let's go to Disney or whatever it was. And I was always the one to put our trips together. And it was never a hassle. I like to do it. Now it's a lot of work, but it just kind of naturally, I would do it. And so as I started a travel channel, I was kind of thinking, travel agent, travel channel, you know, so I started looking into it like the end of 2023. I really started looking into it and I was praying about it. I was researching travel agents. What is a travel agent? Do people still use them? How do you make money? You know, what is it? And I was doing lots of research and I came across this travel company or this host agency, and I'll tell you a little bit about that. And we did it. We did it. Right Recipe for Travel has taken the very rigorous training, and I'm gonna tell you about it, and I do mean rigorous. My master's degree final training was nothing compared to travel agency training. We are travel agents. We are travel advisors. We can help you book your trip. Are you going on a cruise? And I hope that you are. I can book that for you. Are you taking some type of ski vacation? Are you going to Paris, Rome, London? Would you like to do an expedition trip, a river cruise? Are you wanting to go to Playa del Carmen? Wherever it is, if it's travel, we can help you book it. Now, let me talk to you a little bit about the excitement that's going on with this new adventure into being a travel agent. I was looking at Jay from The Ship Life, and I know you guys know who Jay is from The Ship Life. We all do, right? And he started talking about becoming a travel agent himself, and I was thinking, interesting. And then the travel agency that he mentioned he was interested in training with was the exact same one that I had looked up and did lots of research on and decided that I was gonna, work with them. It is called Lux Rally Travel. And I have dropped their information in the description box below. So after the live, go check them out. But let me tell you a little bit about Lux Rally Travel. I looked up, I sat down and said, find me the easiest, not the easiest, how to become the best travel agent in Texas. I live in Texas. And the very first thing that came up was Lux Rally Travel. And I had never heard of them, and I started doing research, and they were getting great reviews. Not a lot of reviews. Others came up and just, others came up, lots of others. And there were reviews, but Lux Rally had not a whole bunch, but great reviews. And so I looked them up, and it has been, I think, about 2 months, and I have gone through the training, and we are now, as I said, travel agents. But let me tell you a little bit about Lux Rally. And I have notes because I want to keep it to the point and make sure I give you the right information. So Lux Rally, how did this come about? Well, the owner of this, the founder of this is David Eisen. And David used to run luxury car rallies throughout the United States. Now, that's something that was new to me. I didn't know anything even about luxury car rallies, but that's what he did. And people would constantly ask him, David, can you, get me a place? Can you find me a place? Can you get me a hotel? And he's a smart man. So he realized, wait a minute, I can do this and kind of get paid for the work that I'm doing, because it takes work to find you some good deals and find a good hotel or find you a nice place to stay. You don't want to just be anywhere. And so he put together Lux Rally Travel. And I'm going to read here what it was. He wanted to put together luxury clients with unparalleled service. David was used to doing things in an excellent way, the top of the line, the best. So this all came together to help his luxury clients find luxury lodgings as they were going through doing these rallies. And now it is today one of the top and growing travel agencies that are really shaking things up because they do it differently. All right, so that's just a little bit of history about Lux Rally. Here's the reasons why I chose them. Their training was extensive and rigorous. I felt like I knew a lot about booking trips. I told you I was the one who always, books the trips for our family, but I had no idea what I didn't know about the travel industry. So I wanted something that was rigorous training. and that you could hit the ground running. They did excellent top of the line service. They are used to booking luxury vacations, luxury trips. And that's really why I stuck with them. So let me tell you a little bit more. I'm looking at my notes. Give me a second. So Lux Rally Travel, as the name would suggest, they book luxury travel. But I don't want that to, stop anyone from thinking, well, maybe I'm not going on a luxury travel trip. I'm going to take a cruise, a small cruise, or I just need to book a hotel. They are a travel agency. We can book anything that you need to do. So if it's large and in charge, you've got a $50, $60, $70,000 budget or more, we got you covered. And at the best locations around the world. If it's a small trip, you just need a good solid hotel up the street for something coming up, we got you. We got you covered. I'm getting distracted with with the comments. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So we can do that. We can book your travel for you. I can book your travel for you. Right Recipe for Travel can book your travel for you. So I'm so excited to tell you a little bit about that. Let me make sure I've got my notes covered. Then I'm going to answer some questions. Okay, now I can kind of go into this. I know what I'm talking about. Somebody asked me, why would I book with a travel agent? I can do it myself. I know how to go on Expedia and book my own trip. Why would I book a travel agent? And I have the answer for you, because I thought the same thing. Who needs a travel agent anymore? I kind of had the conception of back in the day, you would go to like a brick and mortar place and they have all these brochures, and you'd grab a brochure and somebody would come up and you'd sit down at the table and talk. But that's not the way travel is done anymore. Things are changing and moving and evolving, and Lux Rally is right at the forefront of that. So why book with a travel agent? First and foremost, because we probably can save you money. Probably can save you money. We don't guarantee that we can, but we probably can, because travel agents have access to resources that the general public just do not have. So there are things that we can go into with our vendors and connections that our agency has that offers discounts and better rates that you just could not find on your own, first off. Secondly, we don't charge you for those services. And this is slightly controversial, because other travel agencies and lots of other travel agencies, they charge you. We absolutely never charge you for the services. Our services are 100% free to our clients, and it stays that way. We offer you the best in travel services. We even can give you concierge service. I'm going to tell you about that. Absolutely no cost to you. You don't pay us. The vendors pay us, the people who we book the travel with. So let's say you're going to go and stay at the Conrad Hotel. Well, the relationship and vendors that we have with the Conrad Hotel, that's who pays. So there's no cost to you. We probably can save you money, and we definitely can save you time. Money, you can make more of that. We can. Time, you can't. There's no one getting any more time, and you don't want your time wasted. So what can we do? We can save you time for sure. You don't have to sit on hold. You don't have to get on the computer. You don't have to wait. We can do that for you. And when that nasty, horrible shutdown happened, people really appreciated the services of a travel agent, because it was so much to untangle. Flights were canceled, trips were canceled. Well, travel agents took care of all that. You don't have to waste your time trying to find the best deal. You have someone working for you to get you that best deal. And we are completely invested, because if we do a great job, you'll come back and give us more business, right? So we're invested. We are here for you. Also, we kind of are your personal concierge. You get our number to contact us if there's anything that goes wrong. Expedia is not going to do that for you. Hotels.com, booking.com, whoever you're going to go online and try to do it yourself, they're not going to do that for you. So if there's any problem, you can reach out to us. If there's some kind of trip up with your flights, or there's an accident, anything, because things happen. We learn that. You have access to us to contact, and we go to work for you. We go to work to make it work for you. Let me make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Because I'm looking at my notes. Remember, give me a second here. Oh, I didn't know this part before the travel. Hotels, before I became a travel agent, hotels actually prefer when you are booked through a travel agent. And I thought about it, the mindset. They see you as a different type of client. They prefer that, and you're usually given slightly better service. They might see you coming and the other who booked on Expedia, and they're going to go ahead and give them their room that they booked in their rate, and they might just upgrade you because they have a great relationship with the owner of that travel company or any other reasons. But bottom line is they prefer people who come through travel agents. So those are just some of the reasons that you would book your travel with an agent. You know, why you have all the hassle. Let us do it. It costs you absolutely nothing. You have a dedicated person that you can contact if there's any issues. We can probably get you better rates. We can definitely save you time. Those are some of the reasons that you should book your travel through a travel agent. Don't go it alone because you don't have to. Let me take a look at some of the let me see. I'm going to go through. If you have a question, let me know. Some agencies, I have a couple of comments here. All travel agents are not the same. They're not. Okay. We went through some of the most rigorous training I have ever had in my life, and it just continues. I am now a certified CLIA member. What is that? The Cruise Line International Association. You have to learn specific standards, and then you have to keep those standards updated to be part of this. We have to, I'm part of, there is for Disney, for example, I had to go through their university, continue to train after I got trained to learn how to be a, specialist in their product. So I don't come to you with guesses. I can come to you with answers for questions that you might have. And that's optional. You don't have to go through and become a specialist, but we are coached and trained to give the absolute best quality service to our clients that we possibly could. So I'm even continuing to train now. I specialize in cruising and Disney. So I am into all of these cruising universities. I'm learning all of the aspects, ins and outs of Royal Caribbean, of Celebrity, of Princess, of Cunard. Haven't started with Carnival yet, but I'm definitely going to go there with Norwegian, with MSC. I'm taking notes. I'm up late at night. It's a continual thing. And once again, we don't charge you for those services. So many travel agents right now are charging you a fee for their service. If you don't believe me, check it out. And I understand there is a lot of work involved in setting up a great travel deal. And sometimes travel agents do all that work. They give you the quote and then that's it. So they've taken a lot of time and a lot of effort and they get nothing. So I understand why some would charge. But we're just of a different mindset. If you give somebody good quality service, if you meet them where they are, you get that connection, you let them know what you have to offer, you let them know that you're serious and about business, we can work this out. And then if you have a travel agent who can get you the best deal, who takes care of you, that you actually can get in touch with, we're not a call center, who finds what you were looking for and you're happy with that product, you'll recommend them and you'll continue to come back again and again. So those are some of the reasons why I decided to go ahead and do this. I'm going to continue to run and do travel and have a YouTube channel because that's a passion. That's a passion. I enjoy cruising. I enjoy family trips and traveling. And so I'm going to do that. And YouTube is a wonderful space that I can share that with others. I'm doing that. We have some cruises that we're about to go on. We have some trips we're about to take. I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute, but I'm also able to book your trips for you. I booked some just this past weekend. So I have dropped the information in the description below of Lux Rally Travel, and I have also dropped in there my landing page if you go to Lux Rally Travel, and you can ask for a quote or get more information, take a look about our service, look at our services and see what we have to offer. Let me see. Let me know if you have some questions. I hope I haven't missed anything. Let me see. This is a good time while I'm taking a look here to take a drink of water because I have been running my mouth and talking. There is pretty soon, if you take a look at Right Recipe for Travel and you go to the community tab, I will have some sample trips that you can take up there. Just let me know what you might be more interested in. Are you more interested in cruising? And I say that, of course, because that's my passion. But are you interested more? Are you trying to maybe go to Europe? Are you looking for skiing? Are you looking for an Alaska cruise? Are you trying to do the parks? We're getting ready to put together an anniversary celebration, and they want to do a Disney cruise, which is a luxury product, and then they want to go to Disney parks. So however you want to do it, we can get that all set up for you. And right now, if you have ever watched the channel, you know that right now is a great time to book cruising. Cruising has become like the in thing again. You know, people used to just have really ugly things to say about cruising, but now even this Gen Z generation, they're interested in cruising again, right? So right now is the time. If you're at all interested in cruising, don't wait, because ships are at full capacity, and the times before of having these great deals, that's not necessarily what's happening. And the more that you hesitate, the more likely it is that those ships will be full and you might not be able to get that trip that you are looking for. So if you're at all interested, especially in booking a cruise, if you have a thought in mind of a time you'd like to do it, don't hesitate. And many times, you know, you can book that trip, and if it's a certain amount of time out, you can put a deposit and hold it. You know, if you need to do that, you don't necessarily have to pay for it all at once, unless of course the trip is soon. So if you're at all interested, there's some really good Alaska deals that I've seen for May and June. Right now, Disney just recently came out with their itineraries for 2025, and there's some really great Mediterranean cruises. Oh, some really, really nice options. If you're looking for a cruise that's not a bank breaker, you know, break the bank, MSC, Carnival, the fun ships always have usually better pricing, better meaning lower, but MSC has some deals that are just blowing Carnival out of the water if you're interested in doing that. And MSC has deals here in the US, the Caribbean, over in Europe. So there are some deals to be had, but you can't, you know, hesitate too long. And if your cruise is at least, you know, 60 or 90 days out, you'll have time to put a deposit in and pay on it. So that is for sure for that. I wanted to talk a little bit about military travel, excuse me, because I do come from a background of military people. There are some additional benefits and discounts that our military members are offered usually with all of our vendors. A hotel, a guided tour, certainly with cruises. So let us know if you have any kind of military background, you're active duty, you have retired, anything with the military, you can usually get some additional rates even after we find you that best rate. So don't forget to let us know. And there are many that offer that same type of deal to fire departments, EMS, police, first responders, nurses, doctors also. So definitely let us know if you're doing that, or if not you're doing that. See, I'm getting distracted with these. If you are in that field, if you're military or first responders. Give me a second. We have lots of resources, lots of resources. I got a question. Do you have a to-do list for foreign travel? And the answer is yes. We can set you up and give you information on what you need. You know, do you need a visa? Do you need a passport? Would you need vaccinations if you're going abroad? Absolutely. We're going to take care of you. If you decide you want to do a trip that's going to call for anything of that nature, we're going to let you know. Also, if you've checked out the channel, I've got packing videos and we can give you packing lists to make sure that you are taken care of, that you won't have any question once your trip is planned for you. The only thing is, how did I not book with you earlier? That's the only question. Let's see. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the comments here. I was asked, do I have a favorite cruise? All of my cruises are my favorite cruises. But I'm going to say this. The first cruise, and that was back in 2001, was probably the best in the sense of it was the first that opened up my eyes to the world of cruising. I just didn't know. I had this weird thought that cruising was for old people, which I now qualify. And you went there, old people, and you sat around and you played shuffleboard, you know, just silly. And so someone told us that's not what it is. You probably would like it. Check it out. And we went on our first cruise, like I said, way back then, and it was calling my name. That cruise said, Cynthia, Cynthia. And I've been answering the call ever since. So my first. Also, we definitely do theme park travel, and you know, theme parks here in the United States. Let's say you'd like to go over to Europe or another place. There's plenty of theme parks, you know, Shanghai Disney and Universal and Japan. Oh, yes. That's a bucket list. I would really like to go and hit up all the Disneys, go hit up all the Universals. Now that would be spectacular. That's on my bucket list, as well as I really enjoy cycling. I am a Tour de France fan, and they're all over Europe. And of course, they end the tour right there before the Arc de Triomphe in France. I want to go and be like a roadie and follow the tour throughout Europe there, and then end it in Paris. We've been to Paris before, but go back again. If you like it, you go back again. Epic Universe, I just got a question about that. I don't know if you know, but let me tell you just in case you don't. Universal is trying to do something really big, and they're succeeding. They're opening up a brand new amusement park that will open early, I think it's February of 2025, Epic Universe. And if you're looking, if you're interested at all in that, take a look at some of the videos that are coming out. They give you the sneak peek, they show you the rides and give you the updates. That park looks spectacular if you're into theme parks, and we are already able to book for Epic Universe, and that's going to happen, like I said, in 2025. So good question. Whatever type of travel that you have, we would be able to book it. Yes, we would be able to do that. Also, for the channel, we have some pretty exciting trips planned. I did want to ask you guys, and also if you aren't a part of our family yet, and I mean by subscribing to the channel, I am inviting each and every one of you, and then to tell 2 others to subscribe to the channel. And also take a look at the community posts. There are some polls in there. We'd like to know what you would like to see on the channel. Where would you like us to go next? Some of the things that we have planned are traveling on MSC. I have never done an MSC cruise, and you know, MSC has gotten a mixed bag of kind of accolades here in the US. And if anyone watches cruising, you know what just happened recently with Ben and David. I'm not even going to go there, but it was quite shocking with MSC. They're working now to make that better, but I want to try MSC. I've heard really good things about them, and we've heard kind of not so good. The food, maybe, you know, it's a European company, and it's just a little different than how we see it. So we're getting ready to go on an MSC cruise, and I'm thinking like in the next month or two. Of course, I mentioned doing a Disney cruise. Once again, we haven't done Disney either. And I think that would be fun. I looked up Marvel Days on Disney. And I think that would be so much fun to be there with all of the Marvel characters, opportunities to get close and take pictures and have fun, exciting little adventures with the Marvel characters. So they have Marvel Days at sea. I think that would be really fun to do that. Also, I am planning, and this is super, super exciting. My family doesn't even know this, but we are planning to do an ultra luxury cruise. So just like with anything else, there's levels, right, of cruising. You have the mainstream cruises, let's say a Carnival Cruise Line, a Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. You have luxury cruises, and we would start thinking of like Princess or Virgin Voyages. And then you have additional, luxury, ultra luxury. And we're thinking about ultra luxury as something like a Cunard or um, Regent Seven Seas, something of that nature. And we book each and every one of those. Okay. So we are looking at doing a Cunard. Oh man, I really am interested to see how an ultra luxury cruise, how that would be. One of the things that we really enjoy when we cruise is the entertainment. Okay. There is one video that my mother was with me and my sister, and we were talking about the entertainment, and we were like, oh, that show was the best. And my mom said, yeah, they have entertainment for the entertainers. And we couldn't keep a straight face. And my outtakes are available for members of my channel and Patreon members. I have the outtakes. But we enjoy, I'm laughing now. We enjoy the entertainment. So, if you've seen any of these, Royal Caribbean have, spectacular shows, and they have the ice skating shows. They have the Aqua Dome. That's what it's called on Icon. But their aqua shows, they have these spectacular shows, and we really, really like that. But I mean, there's other things that cruise lines have now to keep everyone's interest. If you want to get on a roller coaster at sea, it's there. You can do rock climbing, you can do surf simulating, fly. The list goes on. There's laser tag, there's glow in the dark laser tag. There are Sun Princess just came out with this activity that you can do. It's like eating on a train, and it's interact. I mean, cruise lines are pulling out all the stops now to gather the interest of people who never, thought of cruising before, or who never even wanted to cruise before, where they're doing all these things to make it interesting. So they're adding all kind of activities like daredevil stunts on the Icon of the Seas. They have that, I forget what it's called, the Edge, something Edge, I'm forgetting right now, because I'm sitting right here in front of you, but you almost like hang off the edge of the cruise ship. It's adrenaline junkies. If that's your thing, there would be something for you. And if you want to just sit out by the pool and work on your tan, sip a drink, dance, watch others, you can do that too. There's always kids activities, so many. So if you're going with littles, and when I say littles, from here to here, if they're 2 or 3 years old, if they're teenagers, there's something on those ships for everybody to really enjoy. So once again, I'm a fan of cruising, so I'm gonna always talk up cruising. Let's see, in case of emergency, do you have contingency plans for travelers abroad? Very interesting that you would bring this up. The founder of Lux Rally Travel, David Eisen, when we go through training, he tells us a story of, we all know what happened with Israel not too long ago. And there was clients that he had booked, and they were there in Israel. And he worked to get them out of Israel. So we always have a contingency plan. There's always something that we are on the alert to do, that if there's an emergency, if there's, I just did a story on my YouTube shorts for Cruise News. There was a gentleman who was on his 60th birthday cruise, and he had a stroke, and he had to be medevaced from that, medevaced from the ship and taken over to a hospital. And from the latest update, he's still in that hospital, really battling. trying to come back from that, but it's not in the USA. So one of the first things that we tell you to do wherever you're traveling, get travel insurance. Get it, get it. It used to be something that we might not. It's so close to being a must now. We saw what happened with that pandemic. You just don't want to be caught for whatever, for any reason without it. If stuff happens, you're just covered. You know, how often do things happen? Thankfully, not often, but if it does happen, you're covered. And then we work with our vendors, and we work with the people who are there that we have really good relationships with to help in case of any type of emergency. But prior to your trip, we're going to make sure that you have the right documents, and that you hopefully have that travel insurance so that you're covered, you know, before something happens. An ounce of prevention, better than a pound of cure. I think I said that right. But yes, we absolutely do. So we're looking to, back to the channel, we're looking to do an ultra luxury cruise. We're thinking of MSC, like in the very near future. And I am here in Texas, and I still have not gotten on the Carnival Jubilee yet. I don't know. I had a group cruise plan for Carnival Jubilee, and as what happens with so many new ships, it was delayed, and I've never rescheduled. So of course we've got to get on the Jubilee. We want to definitely go on that, but we might, I don't know, if I had a chance to get on the Cunard and the Jubilee, I might have to wait for Jubilee, but I'm definitely getting on the Jubilee as well. I also wanted to tell you a few things about the channel. We've been doing something different, having daily news shorts. So shorts are 1 minute or less, right? And I have just been throwing them out daily. I try to put those out at least 5 times a week, just the latest one thing. It's not a whole bunch of news. Let me know if that's something that's working for you, or would you just prefer the longer version of cruise news and then I have maybe 4 or 5 stories? Either way. And we'll keep vlogging. When we go on our trips, we're going to continue to vlog. We're going to continue to bring that to you as well. But we have been doing the daily cruise news, just one story in a YouTube short. So hopefully you have been enjoying that. One more thing. Let me look at my notes. One more thing that I wanted to discuss about the channel. I want to tell you that we have memberships and Patreons. This is just a way to support the channel. Going and doing this is it's an effort, and any support would be great. So memberships, there's different levels starting at, I think it's $2.99. And members get benefits either as a Patreon or as a member. You have access to live videos that are just for members, Q&A time. There will be videos that will be made just for you, polls just made just for you, and things that will come out that will premiere for you first or only for you. So check out, and that's also in the description of the live, the opportunity to become part of our members on YouTube, and you just click on join there, or to become part of our Patreon. And I have that pinned down in the description below. And all of that just helps to support the channel. Well, I heard that I sound like a news reporter. Let's see. All right, everyone. And now let's go over to the weather. No, okay. Thank you very much. I don't know if that's a thank you or if that's a and thank you. Thank you very much. They like my sweater. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the good, send me good vibes, send me good vibes. Doing this can be nerve-wracking. For a living, I talk and I teach and I train, but this talking just like this, and I don't know if you're hearing me, if it's blah or not, it can be nerve-wracking, so I appreciate the good vibes. I don't know. And this is my normal talk here. Unless I'm angry, then it's different. Or if I'm on a cruise, it's a lot different, yeah. Let me see. I'm going to go through and check out if I have any more questions. As I stated, all of the information for Lux Rally Travel. And if it's not me, we have a team of very brilliant travel agents who have been doing this so long. You know, I'm newer at this. I'm very well trained. Oh, gosh, that training. That training was very rigorous. But there are agents who have been doing it longer. And you know, when you train, you're great on paper, but then you have to learn some of the bumps that come along with it, some of the questions that aren't in the training. I have a great team of travel agents who have the answer, and I'm not afraid to ask it. You know, if you have a question that I don't have the answer to, I'm gonna get that question answered. So make sure to take a look at Lux Rally Travel. Take a look at my page. It's gorgeous. No, not me. It's the person who set it up. Courtney Eisen, the owner, the wife, who owns this Lux Rally Travel. She was like, send me your picture, send me this, and I got you all set up. And that landing page looks great. I'm like, ooh, who's this girl? Oh, it's me. Yeah. So check us out. Let me make sure I've answered all the questions and I have all the notes. I do. Any other questions before I give you back time from this live? I didn't want to keep you. I just wanted to say hello and introduce myself. And I hope that you are watching our videos. If you go back to some of the first videos, you would have a really good laugh. But you know what? Here's a note for anyone who is interested or thinking about starting a YouTube channel. Is it tough? Is it nerve-wracking? Is it a learning experience? Absolutely. But it is so much fun. And if that's like your passion, it's so worth it. And with each video, you just get better, hopefully, and better. You learn, oh, that sound sucked. Oh, no wonder they clicked off. And then you learn how to do your sound better. Oh, the lighting was terrible. Then you learn how to do your lighting a little bit better. And then you realize nobody wanted to see that video about your dog. Who cares about your dog? They want to see a video about, you know, you learn what do the people want? You know, what are you niching down? Are you all over the place? Do you do cooking videos today? And then do you do hair videos tomorrow? And then do you do travel? You know, get into a specific niche of what it is that the people want. And as you continue to grind and perfect, they just get better and better. And it's really a great way to, especially if, you know, get whatever it is out there. It's a way to share, a way to connect. A lot of YouTube channels came about during that pandemic because people needed to connect when we were all kind of separated. So it's a really good way to get out there, entertain, meet people, do things. It's been challenging, but it's been really fun and exciting too. Some of the channels that I watch besides traveling, although I don't do it very often, I watch a lot of slot channels. I'm trying to say it. Slot channels. I don't know. I don't go very often. I go every once in a while. I have friends who really know how to do it well. And if you're watching, you know who I'm talking about. But I watch these people sometime put in $200 and walk away with, you know, $20,000. I'm like, whoo. And I get my thrills through them. I don't have to go try it. But these slot channels, they really do well. Like quickly, they blow up. People are really interested. So if you have an idea about something that people are really interested in, I suggest if you're thinking at all about starting your YouTube channel, do it. If you have a camera, a iPhone, do it. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't need all that. Get started and continue to, you know, hone your craft. YouTube University, they can teach you almost anything. Get out there and do it. And if you are at all interested in becoming a travel agent, Lux Rally Travel is a great place to start. Now, I'm going to caution you, they don't play. They don't play. They don't play, and the training is hard. But if you're passionate and if you want to do it, oh man, this could be a great career, especially if you like to travel. If you like to help people, and maybe you're the person in your group, your family, that kind of puts the travel together anyway, why not get paid for it, right? Right. So my public service announcement to anyone, if you're thinking about it. Do I have any more questions? I'm going to take another sip of water because I'm talking a lot in my newscaster voice. Very good. I don't see any more. Let me make sure. All right. And you have to have a thick skin. Yeah. You make sure that you believe and you're passionate in what you do. So if you get an ugly comment or if somebody rains on your parade, you can just turn it around and keep stepping. Because I didn't ask you, and yeah, I don't care. That's why I say positive vibes, positive vibes. Keep those positive vibes. Do that thing that works for you. Don't let anybody poop on you. All right, any more questions? I don't see them. I've given you all of the exciting updates. Remember, if you need your travel booked, I'm your girl, I got you. Check out I'm Right Recipe for Travel. Check out Lux Rally Travel. The information will be down in the description. Thank you so much for spending at least 45 minutes of your time with me tonight. I'm going to do some more lives. Be looking to catch me again. Check out our channel and become a Patreon or a member. I'd love to have you as part of the family, so definitely subscribe to the channel. And thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'm going to end it here. I thank you, everyone. I'm going to catch you at the next adventure. Thanks. Bye.